Hey guys, so it's still spooky month. It's actually spooky day. Um, and I like Pokemon, so I saw this on YouTube, and I'm like, huh. So apparently, assuming these are real, we now know exactly what sweet little Mimikyu looks like, and apparently, it's kind of like what everyone thought he was gonna look like. Um, you can tell how the body is, the way the head just kind of, the disguise just kind of does. Sometimes you can tell that it doesn't go, his body doesn't go all the way into the disguise. So you can tell his body is pretty much right around here, and you can see the shadow right here. But right here, right here, that's pretty much what Mimikyu looks like. This little, we've seen this before in one of the episodes. Mimikyu, you get a kind of a what it looks like. Meowth's seen Mimikyu a few times. But yeah, I'm looking at this side. Um, yeah, Mimikyu, you could tell the body, it just pretty much goes like right here because the head has a problem with like, snapping to the side or snapping all the way back, and and then it'll just have to do that, and then it looks really creepy because you just have this drawn on face like that, and then it just snaps back and looks at you. Um, but let's actually get it. Yeah, as you can see, that's adorable. I love Mimikyu. I mean, even I would say Ghost, but he's Ghost Fairy. But he's just the sweetest little Pokemon that I've seen. I mean, it's so sad. Like, all this just to feel loved. I mean, look at this. It's such a basic. I guess it's like, well, no one could ever love me because look how boring I am. I'm just a little black blob. I'm not like Pikachu or something where I'm bright and colorful and I stick out. I just blend into everything. So, that's so precious. Again, I'm just saying, for allegedly, because this could have been done by someone else and put out there and like, oh, yeah, this is a legitimate leak. Um, but there'd be no point in keeping it a secret. People have looked at Mimikyu's character, and again, how the head tends to snap back out of nowhere, or just it moving around a certain amount of certain bit will cause the head to fall back, means that its body doesn't extend all the way up to here. So it would have to mean it would be something like that. So for the longest time, people have thought that this is kind of like what Mimikyu looked like. Um, where's the other one? There's a Yeah. So basically, every Mimikyu concept art was correct. Yeah, except it's not so happy looking. But it's basically that design. It's just this little black blob. I mean, it could be a furry little blob. It could be a furry thing. We don't know. We know it's black. That's it. That's that form so terrifying it could kill you just by yeah. Um, from Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Its actual appearance is unknown. A scholar who saw what was under its rag was overwhelmed by terror and died from the shock. A scholar said he had died from looking at what was under there. A lonely Pokemon conceals its terrifying appearance beneath an old rag so it can get closer to people and other Pokemon. And then Ultra Sun. Although it's a quiet, lonely Pokemon, if you try to look at what's under its rag, it will become agitated and resist violently. So kind of going a little different from the it's going to kill you if you look at it to yeah, it just doesn't like to be seen. A gust of wind revealed what hides under this Pokemon's rag to a passing trainer who went and died painfully the very next night. Okay, well, they went back to that. I mean, it's possible that it's like ghastly, where maybe it's some made up some like noxious gas or something. That it's not actually what's seeing it, it's not what it looks like that's killing you. It's inhaling whatever is emitting off of its body that's killing you. Um, because think about it, it's like, who's the scholar saw, and apparently the person was probably really, really close, which is why that noxious gas just boom took effect. He died. But then you see a gust of wind revealed by a passing trainer, which means he didn't get the full blast of it. He did inhale probably enough to die from it, but that's why the same night, because that noxious gas or whatever was emitted from Mimikyu's body, it took longer to kill him because he didn't intake as nearly as much as the scholar who apparently did, who's probably up close and probably pulled up Mimikyu's disguise. So he got full blast of it, while this guy, gust of wind, just you know into his face, down his nostrils, and into his system, and he was probably feeling like crap the rest of the day, and then died in the night. So I think that maybe Mimikyu is just like gas, like a noxious, poisonous gas that will kill you. Um, Probably several times stronger than, say, like Muck or Ghastly with their fumes and all that. Um, because you look at like Professor Oak, and Muck like glomps onto that guy all the time, and so whatever Mimikyu's body is actually made of, it's enough to kill you. It's not because it's so scary and terrifying. It's because whatever its body is made of is emitting off of its body. This dude died because he was right up close to it. This dude died later the same day he saw Mimikyu, because the wind blew it up. That wind blowing off some of that noxious whatever kind of that emits, and he didn't get full blast, but it got enough to kill him. So I like to think of it that way, but that's just a theory. A game theory. Oh. Confidential Mimikyu info, please don't share. It's a blob. It's a blob. Because it leaks. Because they got leaked. Because they don't care about Game Freak and the hard work they put into these games. Yeah. Here, this was one of the scenes. This was with Meowth. But you can see it's a very small body. It's a very small body, and it pretty much confirms that Mimikyu does indeed look like this, except blacking. Which I think is really cool. Sometimes we're like, oh well, best to keep it a mystery, but it's like, we know it doesn't have like some real big form. We know that it is just this tiny little Pokemon. It's just a matter of, what does that tiny little Pokemon look like? And there's the aftermath. It's just Meowth floating in the water because he died. This is a small, wonderful creature that kills people on sight. Oh, the Mimikyu. I love Mimikyu. Of all the... This is what caused Meowth to lose several of his lives in the anime. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the fact that they kind of have what they... Yeah, it's basically the same as Kakashi and his mask. Behind this mask is another mask. Pretty cool, huh? But then you actually do get to see what's behind Kakashi's mask. So you have this character who is, the entire time, and then they actually do show his face eventually, and it takes away the whole mystery of it. But it's like, he looks like what I thought he would look like. There's no big secret, no huge cover. No, he looks like a normal person. Incredibly handsome, but he looks like what I thought he would look like. I mean, so yeah, it's the ghost of a Shroomish, whose fumes take over, hold its body, and start to rot it. Oh, that's precious. Like I said, I love Mimikyu. The fact that he's a ghost fairy type makes it even cuter. Um, the fact that he wears this thing to look like Pikachu is just incredibly sad, and it makes you just want to love him more. It's Diglett, always has been. I'm hugging my Mimikyu plush even harder. I love you, Mimikyu. Love the baby Mimikyu. Looks like they possess Sandygast. I mean, Diglett. I guess everything's a Diglett now. You see some like bones of Charizard, and it's like, ah, it used to be a Diglett. But yeah, it's yeah, that's what Mimikyu looks like. What Mimikyu looks like. I mean, can't say I'm too surprised. You know, just by looking again, its head does that. The thing on it, either to the side or it snaps all the way back. So you know that its body isn't going into the whole thing. The way it kind of like crinkles and everything around that part, you can tell that it's not going fully into the skies. That whatever it looks like is just in the small portion right down here. So, you know, sometimes I like their simplistic ones. I mean, like Snom. I love Snom. Snom is adorable. Um, but sometimes their simplistic designs are sometimes the best. Because yes, it may look like this, but we got one of the most like, you know, most memorable. So, but yeah, that's what sweet little Mimikyu apparently looks like. Um, let me know if you're surprised. And let me know your favorite Pokemon. Doesn't really even have to be ghost type. And let me know why it's Mimikyu. No, seriously. I mean, I love Haunter. I think Haunter is probably no. I mean, it is Mimikyu and Haunter. I think Haunter used to be my favorite, and then Mimikyu came out. And I think Mimikyu is my favorite, and then Haunter. Um, so, but you know, so yeah, let me know your favorite Pokemon. It doesn't have to be a ghost type, or just let me know your favorite ghost type since it is, you know, spooky month right now, currently, and Halloween. Even if it's after, I know some people will watch it after. So just either one. Favorite Pokemon, favorite ghost Pokemon, doesn't matter to me. But yeah, Mimikyu. Sweet little Mimikyu. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.